Walk into almost any hotel on the planet, budget motel or five-star resort, doesn't matter, and the towels, the robes, the sheets all share one detail: white. Not cream, not grey, not some tasteful neutral. White, almost without exception, across an entire global industry. That's strange when you think about it. Interior designers spend fortunes choosing lobby colors, lighting, and furniture. Yet when it comes to what guests actually touch the most, the industry made one decision and never deviated from it. The real reason has almost nothing to do with taste. It comes down to industrial laundry, chemistry, and a psychological trick the hospitality world figured out decades ago. Welcome to Ordinary Things, Extraordinary Stories. Hit subscribe, and let's find out why hotels never gave this color up. To understand the white towel, forget the guest room entirely and picture the hotel's laundry facility instead. A single hotel can process thousands of towels, sheets, and robes every single day, coming from hundreds of different rooms, used by hundreds of different guests. Some of that linen comes back stained with makeup, coffee, sunscreen, or worse, and all of it needs to be cleaned fast enough to be back on a bed or towel rack within hours. That volume creates a brutal logistical problem most guests never think about. Hotels can't sort laundry by color the way a household does. Everything from every room gets thrown into the same industrial wash, over and over, every single day of the year. Here's where the real answer starts to take shape. To sanitize linens at the scale a hotel requires, laundries rely heavily on chlorine bleach. It's cheap, extremely effective at killing bacteria, and fast enough to keep pace with hundreds of loads a day. But bleach has one unavoidable side effect: it strips color. Any dyed fabric washed repeatedly in bleach will eventually fade, streak, or discolor unevenly. Colored towels would come out blotchy within weeks, forcing hotels into constant, expensive replacement cycles. White fabric has no dye to lose. It can be bleached over and over without ever looking damaged. In other words, the color isn't a design decision at all. It's the only color that survives an industrial cleaning system built for speed and sanitation. Once hotels settled on white for practical reasons, something else happened, almost by accident. White fabric shows every stain instantly. A single smudge, a trace of makeup, a faint yellow spot. Nothing hides on white the way it would on a patterned or colored towel. That transparency became a quiet form of quality control. Housekeeping staff can spot anything that isn't perfectly clean in seconds, and guests unconsciously read that same visibility as proof the hotel has nothing to hide. Psychologically, white has become shorthand for freshly laundered and untouched. It's the same instinct that makes a white lab coat feel clinical, or a white bedsheet feel more hotel than a patterned one ever could. The industry didn't invent that association. It simply discovered it, then never let it go. The detail most people miss is that hotel linens weren't always uniformly white. For much of the early 20th century, hospitality textiles varied by property, budget, and region. The shift towards standardized white happened as large hotel chains expanded rapidly after the mid-1900s, industrializing laundry operations across hundreds of properties at once. Once major chains adopted bleach-based, centralized laundering as the efficient default, white became the practical baseline every competitor had to match just to keep pace on cost and cleanliness. What started as one chain solving its own laundry logistics quietly became an unspoken rule the entire global hospitality industry still follows today. So the next time you unwrap a fresh white towel in a hotel room, you're not looking at a design choice. You're looking at the end result of an industrial bleach system, a stain detection strategy, and a psychological signal the hospitality industry built by accident and never abandoned. A color this plain was never really simple at all. If this changed the way you'll look at your next hotel stay, hit like and subscribe. There's a hidden reason behind almost everything around you, and we're only just getting started.